distinguished speaker who would ponder on the career and job opportunities. I feel honored to invite Professor K. Satyanarayana, retired professor of mathematics, Osmania University. Sir has served Osmania University for 35 long years. He was former head of Department of Mathematics, chairman Board of Studies in Mathematics and Computer Science in Osmania University. Sir has served as professor in CBR College of Engineering. Professor Satyanarayana published 20 research papers in journals of international repute in algebra and its application to finite geometries. He guided 4 PhD scholars and 10 MPhil scholars. We are fortunate to have you, sir, whose passion is teaching and delivering and talking and inspiring young brains. We welcome you, sir. Sir, you may continue your speech now.
Thank you very much, madam. At the outset, let me first of all thank the AV College for conducting such an event. Right. So we will very swiftly go into the share screening mode. I welcome you all. Let me finish thanking part the college management for inviting me to deliver this talk. I thank Sri Satyaya and his team of the Department of Mathematics, AV College, for extending the invitation. Today, I will talk on careers and job opportunities for the students of B.Sc Mathematics stream. When Satyaya has asked me to give a lecture, I said I will give a lecture on mathematics, but he said that it is a program meant for the freshers. So I have taken up this one. This lecture is written and it is an informative talk by me, Professor K. Satyanarayana, retired professor of mathematics, Osmania University. I acknowledge and I thank web resources, blogs, Google Images, and several web resources what I have consulted very freely. Career choice. Choice of a career is a very important one in everybody's life. So it is an important milestone in anybody's life. It involves critical thinking, self-analysis, and the right decision making. So the career choice is a very important one, which involves all these three things. Choice of career. The choice of career is influenced by the views of your parents and relatives. It depends on your economical status. Teachers and friends will influence, and the media. So due to the increasing competition, you need to plan your career very wisely. Now that you have already made a career choice, that is the B.Sc in AV College with the following combination of subjects. Some people have taken MPCS, Maths, Physics, Computer Science. Some people have taken Maths, Statistics, Computer Science. Some have taken MCCS, MECS. In these four, Maths and Computer Science is common. In the below, Maths and Physics is common. MPC, which is the most popular stream long ago. MPS, MPE. So now that you have joined and it is now your job is studying, what are the best practices of studying? First of all, you must have the study goals. So set the study goals. How they will be? They will be, you have realistic study goals. These realistic study goals will give you a motivation to achieve more. On the other hand, you have unrealistic goals which cannot be achieved. Moreover, they will upset you when you don't achieve them. Set your goals smartly. Set your goals smartly. Your goals should be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So your goals should be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. Schedule. Time management is very important in studies. First, find how much spare time you have after your college hours. Then make a planning. Then set a schedule, that is a timetable. Do not devote all your spare time to your studies. Spend some of your spare time on other extracurricular activities like playing chess, taking a walk, playing your favorite game. In fact, relaxation will greatly improve your ability to concentrate on studies. Sleep, one of the most important activity. And if you are a student, you have to take 8 hours of sleep every night. That is very, very important. Good sleep will sharpen your brain and improves your concentration. Study. Show interest in your studies. Attend classes regularly. Be attentive in the class. Actively participate in the learning process. Take notes. Your notes is easier to read than to read your entire textbook. Do homework regularly, which is very, very important for math students. Always submit your assignments on time. Have a positive attitude towards your teachers. Do not hesitate to ask your questions. If you have any doubts, you can always raise your questions. Ask for clarifications where you do not understand. Review your study material several days ahead of time in small chunks, and don't by heart, don't cram. Distractions will really disturb your studies. Avoid distractions when studying. Distractions will not allow you to absorb the content properly. Avoid phone calls, browsing social media, loud abnormal songs, or chit-chatting of friends. Have a study environment that allows you to comprehend as much content as possible. Study group and performance. Find a study group or form a study group. The members of the study group must have the same wavelength that of yours. Have study partners who also want to succeed. You can teach among yourselves or you can quiz among each other. Teaching someone is the best way to learn. The competition they create in the group acts as a motivation for you to work harder. Monitor your performance every now and then to ensure that you are on the right track. Importance of computers. The importance of computers is felt by everyone by this time. The use of computers and the internet are growing day by day. You must acquire some basic knowledge of computers to perform your duties well. You must learn Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Internet safety at least step after B.Sc. You have two options before you. The first option is jump into the real world for job opportunities. For some of you, this may be the first option. For some of you, the second option is pursue higher education. That is the career option, career for higher education. So the first we will take up, what are the job opportunities to you after B.Sc in the maths stream? Job opportunities after B.Sc. So the first option, what is coming here is TS-PSC, that is Telangana State Public Service Commission. And in this, you have two important competitive examinations for some of the high level of jobs. Group 1 and Group 2. Under Group 1, we have Deputy Collectors, DSP, Deputy Superintendent of Police, CTO, Commercial Tax Officer, RTO, Regional Transport Officer, District Panchayat Officer, Municipal Commissioners, etc. Under Group 2, you have Deputy Tahsildars, ACTOs, Assistant Commercial Tax Officer, Assistant Development Officer, Municipal Commissioner Grade 3, Prohibition and Excise Sub-Inspectors. Mind you, to get into these jobs, you need to write this competitive examination, which is of some higher standard. Several people will attempt these examinations, and the competition is very heavy, and you have to really work very hard. You have to work really hard. So the job opportunities through competitive examinations, the next step is the banking sector. So in the banking sector, you have public sector banks like IOB, PNB, Punjab National Bank. And in fact, all those banks other than SBI and RBI will come under this category. And they will conduct an entrance examination or competitive examination, IBPS, which stands for Institute of Banking and Personnel Selection Examination, for the selection of probationary officers, clerks, specialist officers. And this examination is really of some good standard, and it's a very competitive examination, and the competition is very heavy. And the SBI, State Bank of India, RBI, Reserve Bank of India. See, these are the two banks, which will conduct their own examination, competitive examination, and they conduct a separate exam, which is not a IBPS. Lastly, you have RRB, that is Railway Recruitment Board. It conducts a competitive examination to recruit traffic assistant, goods guard, senior commercial cum ticket clerk, senior timekeeper, station master. Lastly, very important competitive examinations and very highly placed jobs are through the UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. Union Public Service Commission conducts competitive examination for the recruitment of 1. All India Civil Services, 2. Group A Civil Services, 3. Group B Civil Services. Under All India Civil Services, IAS, Indian Administrative Service, IPS, Indian Police Service, and IFOS, that is Indian Forest Service. Under Group A Civil Services, IFS, Indian Foreign Service, IRS, Indian Revenue Service, RPF, Railway Protection Force, IPOS, Indian Postal Service, etc. Group B Civil Services include Pondicherry Civil Services, Pondicherry Police Service, Armed Forces Headquarters Civil Service, etc. It also conducts examinations for the selection of statisticians, combined defense service, and direct recruitment of Class 1 and Class 2 posts in railways. It also conducts SSC, State Selection Commission, recruits for the subordinate level posts, all the central government. The posts include clerks, inspectors of income tax, excise, customs, inspectors of police, etc. Career opportunities. So the jobs are over. The jobs are over. I told you about TSPSC, banking jobs, Railway Recruitment Board examinations, and the posts that come under UPS. So your job, you are not getting into job. Then what do? You will go for the career opportunities after B.Sc. That is, you will go for higher studies and look for the related jobs. Let's first of all, after B.Sc, pursuing higher education, the first option is many graduates think that they want to do B.Ed. It's one of the most sought after courses in Telangana. And it is a mandatory degree for school teaching. And many girl students opt for this B.Ed. And the job that you're going to get is a trained graduate teacher, TGT, and you will find jobs in Navodaya schools, Kendriya Vidyalayas, state government schools, private schools, etc. And true teachers. So because we are talking about B.Ed, and here is Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, our president once upon a time, and who was a teacher. True teachers are those who help us think for ourselves. Teaching is a very noble profession that shapes the character, caliber, and future of an individual. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So what are the further higher education, further career? So to get the further career, you need a very important examination called IIT JAM. IIT JAM is Indian Institute of Technology Joint Admission Test for Masters or Joint Admission Test for M.Sc. It is an all India entrance examination conducted by Indian Institute of Technologies and Indian Institute of Science on rotation basis for admission into M.Sc degree courses, joint M.Sc PhD, M.Sc PhD dual degree programs at IITs. All these are at the IITs, Indian Institute of Technologies. Integrated PhD programs are conducted at IISc. So the question is, if you write this JAM exam after your B.Sc, then you can aspire to get an admission in these things. And JAM exam is conducted in mathematics, mathematical statistics, physics, chemistry, biotechnology, and geology. So the JAM is conducted in mathematics, mathematical statistics, physics, chemistry, biotechnology, and geology. And now of late, our students from Osmania University and the other university in the state, they are aiming at the JAM examination. And what is the advantage with the JAM exam is you will get an opportunity to study at IIT, and studying at a prestigious institute will be an added advantage, and the job opportunities will be coming on your way. M.Sc after B.Sc. So you are a B.Sc, you take a entrance examination, entrance test like Osmania University entrance test. Then you will get an entry into M.Sc at Osmania University or Kakatiya University or Mahatma Gandhi University, Palamur University, Shatavahana University, etc. Or any university entrance test, you will get an M.Sc admission in that one, provided you pass the exam in flying colors. Central University entrance test. So Central University like our Hyderabad Central University HCU, you will get an admission into M.Sc at Central Universities. Or you can write IIT JAM exam, then you will get an admission into M.Sc at IIT. NIT, National Institute of Technology, IISc, Indian Institute of Science, IISER, IISER. In some central universities also accept IIT JAM scores. M.Sc, Mathematics, Statistics. So B.Sc, Mathematics and Statistics combinations. Write a OU entrance test or any university entrance test or IIT JAM. For statistics, ISI, Indian Statistical Institute, is the premier institute. The most reputed institute for statistics in India is ISI, Indian Statistical Institute. It conducts its own examination, separate entrance admission test each year for admission. So you qualify, you can get a seat in M.Sc Mathematics or Applied Mathematics or Mathematics and Computing. This is a new combination. For statistics, you will get a seat in M.Sc Statistics, Applied Statistics, or Operations Research. Another important subject, Actuarial Science. And in fact, many reputed jobs are available for this combination. What are the jobs that you expect? PGT, if you are a BEd, postgraduate teacher, or an assistant professor, or online tutor, content writer. And for statistics people, you also have jobs under data analyst, statistician, and so on and so forth. I remember a great mathematician, Friedrich Gauss, a great mathematician. And what he said is, mathematics is the queen of the sciences, and the number theory is the queen of mathematics. And today, number theory under mathematics plays a very important role. It finds applications for computer network security and in cryptology, cryptography, and so on and so forth. It is one of the most sought after subjects nowadays. M.Sc Physics after B.Sc. So you are a B.Sc with physics. You can write an entrance test of a university or IIT JAM. Then you'll get admission into M.Sc under the following specializations: space sciences, biophysics, atmospheric sciences, geophysics, nuclear physics, astrophysics, nanotechnology, applied physics, so on and so forth. What are the jobs? Postgraduate teacher, if you are a BEd, assistant professor, scientist, laboratory technician, scientific officers, jobs in aerospace, automobile industry, railways, nuclear and renewable energy, electronics and telecommunications, manufacturing sector. You will also get jobs in DRDO, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, BARC, Baba Atomic Research Center, SSPL, NTPC, BHEL, etc. We remember a great theoretical physicist, Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein is a specialist and known for his special theory of relativity and general theory of relativity. He is known for his equation E is equal to mc square, which is the mass energy equivalence relation. Now, after B.Sc, and if you are a B.Sc electronics combination, you can get a M.Sc electronics seat through the university entrance test. Here, IIT JAM, under IIT JAM, this electronics is not there. There, electronics is a part of the physics only. Here, you'll get M.Sc with, you can study specializations like electronics and telecommunications, electronics and instrumentation, applied electronics, etc. You'll get the same jobs as that of the physics. So you'll get jobs in DRDO, ISRO, BARC, SSPL, NTPC, BHEL, etc. M.Sc chemistry after B.Sc. You're a B.Sc chemistry. You can get admission into M.Sc chemistry through university entrance test or IIT JAM. And you have several specializations: applied chemistry, inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry, physical chemistry, biochemistry, pharmaceutical chemistry, which is one of the very important subjects nowadays, which prepares drugs. They study drug discovery, analytical chemistry, geochemistry, forensics, which is very important, green chemistry, which is coming up very fast nowadays, food technology, agriculture chemistry, which is required for this day, environmental sciences, which is most important one for us. And the jobs are PGT if you are a postgraduate teacher, if you are a BEd, you'll get an assistant professor in colleges, chemist, research analyst, production supervisor, quality control analyst, lab technologist, warehouse supervisors. And you'll also get, more importantly, the jobs in pharma companies like Sun Pharma, Pfizer, which is also now Pfizer is supplying the COVID vaccine. Pyramid Healthcare, Dr. Reddy's, which is in Hyderabad, Novartis, Roche. So these are the pharma companies which employ M.Sc chemistry students. So I have now here, I recall a famous physicist, Marie Curie, who got a very good distinction of getting 2 Nobel Prizes. A Nobel Prize for physics in 1903, a Nobel Prize for chemistry in 1911, which is a very, very rare, very inspiring personality. And she said, have no fear of perfection. So don't aim at perfection. You will never reach it. So you do it something, have no fear of perfection, you will never reach it. That is her slogan. M.Sc computer science. So you are a B.Sc with computer science combination. So write a entrance test, university entrance test, and you'll get a M.Sc in computer science, or M.Sc in IT, information technology, M.Sc in computer networking, M.Sc cloud computing, M.Sc data science, M.Sc artificial intelligence, M.Sc machine learning. Very important subjects and most sought after subjects nowadays. And getting a job is 100% sure. And what are the jobs? You'll get a website developer, app developer, iOS developer, application coder, finds jobs in BSNL, Dell, Intel Corporation, HCL, Accenture, Oracle, Wipro, Amazon, etc. Now here I recall this great personality from our Hyderabad, and he talks about dreams. Poetry and computer science have driven my dreams. And he further said, when I think about my career, my successes are built on learning from failures. When I think about my career, my successes are built on learning from failures. Satyanarayana, CEO of Microsoft, a great saying, and a great inspiring personality in computer science. So here I have added this slide very lately. This is National Eligibility Test, NET. state eligibility test set. This is after M.Sc. You are a B.Sc and you are a M.Sc. Okay. What you do is you take this UGC CSR is conducting national eligibility test and you qualify for lecturership in that or qualify in state eligibility test. You're eligible, you will get a job, JL or DL, junior lecturer or degree lecturer, or a job of assistant professor. Or, you take up that UGC CSIR net exam, but this time you are qualifying for JRF, that is qualify for JRF fellowship to pursue research at universities, National Institute of Technologies, Indian Institute of Technologies, Indian Institute of Science, and obtain a PhD. And you will get jobs in like degree lecturer, assistant professor in universities, National Institute of Technologies, IITs. And this is the future PhDs for us and the future professors. And when I talk about professors, many a times people talk about the last benchers. And they will always say, because these last benchers always make a lot of noise and do not underestimate them. And what Abdul Kalam said is, the best brains of the nation may be found on the last benches of the classroom. MCA. So you are a B.Sc with mathematics. Mathematics is a must to get into MCA. Write an entrance examination. Universities will conduct university entrance test. All NITs, National Institute of Technologies, will conduct an entrance test called NIMSET. And you will enter into MCA. And after MCA, you can choose teaching job or a job in the corporate sector. What jobs are waiting for you? App developer, IT assistant, software engineer, business analyst, software developer, system analyst, technical writer, software consultant, web designer and developer. And MCA is also a good option. Get into a computers and computer related jobs. Some students will opt for MBA, Masters in Business Administration. You B.Sc, you just B.Sc. Write a university entrance test or write examinations like a CAT, CAT, GMEAT, CMEAT, XLRI, etc. Get admission into prestigious institutes. Institutes like IIM, Ahmedabad, and so on and so forth. The goal of the course is to enhance the business skills, knowledge base, and productivity of the aspirant. And what are the jobs waiting for you? Job opportunities are operations manager or business analyst, project manager, accounts manager, business development manager, marketing manager, relationship manager. So MBA is a very good career, and especially people qualifying or coming from IIMs, Indian Institute of Management, like Ahmedabad and so on and so forth. They are finding very good jobs with big packages, with a lot of perks. So it's one of the most attractive profession. Other careers. So what else you do? What else you do? I will not stretch too much. Let's see. What's that? Others. So you're a B.Sc. What do you do? So you do not want to do all the above ones. You may study law. For law also, there is a competitive exam, there is an entrance test, and become a lawyer. Maybe that is your interest. Study mass media, which is a very, very attractive jobs are there in mass media. Study journalism, become a journalist. Study hotel management, which is also a very good profession nowadays. Study fashion designer and become a fashion designer, which is very attractive because you are getting good jobs even there. Travel and tourism study, and jobs, good jobs are there. So these are some of your options. Suppose you say that I don't want to do all these things, but what else is left? What else is left? Self-employment. So how? If you are enterprising, self-confident, and have very good managerial skills, then there is a choice available for you. That is the self-employment. There is one startups, in Hyderabad. Hyderabad is very famous for startup companies. By engaging yourself in a gainful economic activity, you will earn your livelihood, not only your livelihood, and you will create jobs for others. Don't wait for opportunity, create it. You need lot of qualities for this. What are the qualities of a successful entrepreneur? One, your ability to raise the resources, and especially the finances from the banks. You must have the passion of pursuing your self-employment. You must have the vision. You must have the creativity. You must have risk-taking ability. Because it's self-employment, capacity to work very hard, sense of responsibility, flexibility with your subordinates, positive attitude, self-discipline. If you have all these things, your company, your self-employment will be very, very successful. There are nowadays we are seeing several, successful entrepreneurs. Here we think of, Mark Zuckerberg. He is a great man. Mark Zuckerberg co-founded the social networking website Facebook out of his college dormitory room at Harvard University. So the idea is born in the dormitory room of Harvard University. Zuckerberg left college after sophomore year to concentrate on the site. That is, he left the college after first year. He did not complete that. And he wanted to concentrate on the social networking website. And this website has a user base of which has grown to more than 2 billion people and making Zuckerberg a billionaire. And his famous quote is that the biggest risk is not taking any risk. Mark Zuckerberg. So we have almost come to the end of the lecture. So what it says is, it talks about life. Life is like a camera. Just focus on what is important. Capture the good items. Develop from the negatives. If things don't work out, what do? Take another shot. Give your best shot. That's the life, what it goes. A good saying. by Albert Einstein. What he said, learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. That's a good saying by Albert Einstein. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. Believe in yourself and believe in your dreams, and concentrate on the screen. Believe in your dreams. So from a lower job to higher job, you can always dream about it. I thank you for this talk. I have explained you how to make career choice, some study tips. I discussed job opportunities after B.Sc, and I have discussed the career options after B.Sc and the related jobs. And I thank you for your attention and hope to meet you once again on other occasion in a maths lecture. Thank you. Thank you very much.